This is Rob Tebbutt for Boxing Social. Delighted to be joined here today by Chris Eubank Jr. We're down at Brighton and Hove Amateur Boxing Club here in Brighton. How are you, Chris?
I'm very well. Good little training session. Feeling strong, on weight, ready to go.
First time we've seen you work out with your new trainer, Nate Vasquez. How's it been for you?
Very, very positive. I'm learning a lot of new things. We're working on a lot of new things, let's put it that way. I'm very happy with the training camp I've had. It's been the most focused training camp of my career, and I can't wait to get in there and show you guys the fruits of my labor.
Now, having followed your career certainly your professional career from the start, I spoke to Nate earlier and he told me you had some choice words for you when you asked him what he thought of your skills. He was talking about, I won't say the exact words, but he said about your defence and your footwork. Now, having followed your career, he said that you took that and kind of ran with it and improved. Why was it easy for you to hear that from Nate and to carry on with Nate than it potentially would have been at other stages of your career?
I don't remember him saying that to me. I don't actually remember that. You know, maybe I forgot. But that's what I like about Nate. He's real. If he sees something wrong, he's going to pull you on it, and that's what I need.
What was the sort of the deciding factor in you wanting a new trainer? I mean, you're somebody who's been famously self-trained throughout large portions of your career. You've now brought in a trainer at this point. Why was that?
At this stage, at this level in the game, you can't afford to be giving your opponent any type of advantage, and that's what I've been doing throughout my career by not having a trainer, by not having a focused training camp. So I'm simply just not doing that anymore. These fights are too important, they're too big now to be giving your opponent any type of advantage.
Do you regret not doing that earlier on in your career?
No, this is not. I'm not going to look back and say I regret, because I've had so much success, so many great fights, so many great performances. Everything happens for a reason, and it just happens that at this stage in my career I felt that the change needed to be made, and so it was.
Where would you rank James DeGale when compared to the two opponents that you lost to, Billy Joe Saunders and George Groves? How would you rank him among those two fighters?
Same level. It's a huge fight. Former world champion, former gold medalist. I'm not underestimating this man at all. He's proven, and I've trained accordingly.
I think by James's own admission, and certainly by the opinion of a lot of other people, his last two fights against Caleb Truax were far from his best performances. Are you reading anything into that going into this fight? Do you feel he's past his best?
I feel that he is the type of fighter that rises to the occasion, and if he doesn't respect a fighter, it affects his performance. He respects me. He knows I'm dangerous. He knows I'm a live wire, and that if he's not 100%, he's going to get hurt. So I think we're going to see the best James DeGale we've seen in a long time.
Talk to me about training for this fight. You've made some changes, particularly obviously with Nate Vasquez coming into the camp. How was the adjustment period? Did you have sort of worse spars than you're generally accustomed to early on in the camp, or did you pick it up almost straight away?
It took some getting used to, obviously having a guy there that's you're having to take advice from that you never previously had to do. You know, for my entire career I've kind of just gone off of what I want to do in training camp. But pretty quickly I started to get used to it, and you know, now at the end of the camp I see all the benefits.
Now, Nate also told me that you've known each other for an awful long time. He said that he first noticed you when you trained at the Top Rank gym. Did you always have an eye on him as somebody you respected or wanted to bring into your camp?
I didn't. Did I always have my? No, I mean, for most of my career, I didn't want a trainer. I just wanted to do my own thing. So it wasn't until I seen him at Floyd's gym in the summer, saw how he was working with other fighters, and thought that would transfer well over with how I fight. That it wasn't until that time I thought, you know, I'm going to give this guy a shot, and I'm glad I did.
Now, going into this fight, a lot of the talk has been about George Groves retiring and not giving James DeGale a long-awaited rematch. He's also not giving you a rematch by retiring. Has that affected your thought process at all?
No, I'm not here to think about George and what he's done. I'm here to think about James.
And with that being said, leads me nice into my final question. What prediction have you got when you meet James DeGale next Saturday at the O2?
I don't see the fight going 12 rounds. I'm looking to go out there and stop him. I think that the focus I have and the momentum, it's just going to be too much for him. I think I'm going to be too fast, too quick, too strong, and I think I'm going to stop him.
Back down to middleweight, or are you going to stay at super middleweight after this?
Either one, whichever I can get a world title shot at first, whichever makes the most sense for me, I will take. I'm a natural middleweight, so if I can get a fight there, then great. If I can't, I'll stay at super middle.
Okay, well, Chris Eubank Jr., thanks very much for speaking to Boxing Social. Look forward to seeing you in the ring next weekend against James DeGale.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Cheers, Chris. Nice one, mate.